in Unit 10. We're covering chapter 5, 1 through 14. And Paul, of course, didn't write in chapters. He wrote the whole letter, but so he's not really changing the subject through this section. He continues to describe the walk metaphor in chapter 5, and he uses our need to be imitators of Christ. As he starts off this discussion. And of course, what that means is living out the character of Jesus in our daily lives. He also is reminding us of the need to walk in love, which also refers to living out the character of Jesus. It's living out the example that Jesus gave us and the teachings, because if you go back to the teachings of Jesus and read it seriously, I think you'll notice that is the very thing that Jesus said would describe us as followers of Christ. That's how people who look at us would know that we are followers of Christ, is by the love that we have for each other. And of course that comes from him, that comes from his example. But what he is showing in this chapter is again the contrast. He's coming back to that contrast in what we were and what we are becoming. He does that all the way from verse 3 to verse 13. What we need to remember here as we wrestle with this is that Paul is talking about character that comes from the transforming work of Christ in our lives that enables us to live like him. We can't do it on our own. We can't struggle and make it. Paul tried that for a long time. He tried to climb that slippery ladder of works to get to the point where he could say to Jesus, okay, now I've done all of this for you, and so you need to make me righteous. And Paul couldn't do that. And so he gave up on the road to Damascus and began to let Christ work in his life to transform his character. And that's what Paul is describing here. So we need to be more focused on walking with him than with struggling to try to do something that'll be pleasing to him or work for him. He wants us to walk with him as he transforms us, and the result of that is this change that Paul is talking about here in this section of chapter 5. So keep wrestling with it, and look forward to your interpretation.